Together we can turn this backwater village into Hyrule's go-to destination for all things stylish. Backwater village. Those are some harsh words. Oh wow, what is this? This looks so good. Halt and identify yourself, suspicious guys. Or you're not, then I'll give you the gatekeeper's greeting. How did it go again? You've come to Hateno Village, home of fine produce and dyed goods. Our vegetables are the best around, and we're at the forefront of fashion. Did I say that right? My dad would have known. Too bad he's still at Lookout Landing. Who's your dad, by the way? Who is this freak? Hey there. What brings you to town? Oh, he's actually pretty handsome now that I get a good look. Hey, I have a good idea. You should take this and not ask any questions. You swept me off my feet so fast that I gave you one of my prize tags. No more though, just forget what happened here today. How could I ever forget? Your heart is like a cuckoo's egg, easily given but easy to break. Please find it in your heart to forget what happened today. They say a cuckoo's memories last for 3 steps. If you promise to forget this whole thing, I'll forget it too. Okay, so we have a lot of mushrooms here in Hateno Village. Too many mushroom heads here. There has to be a shrine here somewhere. Let's check the shop. I'll take some Hylian rice. Who's this? I honestly don't like the outfits. They look too goofy. You're free to go? Alright. Let's check it out. I don't know if I want to wear that. Another practically perfect masterpiece. It's an exemplar of the form from every angle. Alright. Oh, pardon me. Are you admired here to meet incomparable Cece? I must say, you don't seem to show any sort of interest in fashion. What do you mean? My fashion's better. Welcome to Ventus Clothing, the only boutique in the world which carries the CC brand. And if you weren't aware, you stand before the very woman who changed this fusty old village into the birthplace of nouveau fashion. As proof, I present to you this. The CC hat. Perfection? I don't know. Only the most impressive fashionista in Hyrule's trendiest village is worthy of such a crown. Who's this? Now, I like his fashion. What's all this about Hyrule's trendiest village? I don't remember approving any new slogans for Hateno. Look who's here. What can I do for you, oh esteemed Mayor Reed? I'm really sorry, I tried to stop him from coming in like you asked, but he wouldn't take no for an answer. Cece, you have to quit littering the village with your weird art pieces. Maybe you don't realize, but plants need their sleep too. Those eyesores are so bright at night that they keep the veggies awake. It's a real problem for the crops. Hateno's foundation is its produce. What are we going to do if it fails? Now, dear, there's no need to get so worked up. I think some of the people here actually like her art, you know. Wouldn't it be better to hear her out? Don't fall for her line of twaddle. She's got everyone in Hateno wrapped around her finger already. My duty is to look after the village, and that's what I mean to do. Looking after the village, you say? Who do you suppose you have to thank for Hateno's rejuvenation? It didn't need rejuvenating. Hateno Village is a peaceful place where folks live quiet lives, and that's the way they like it. Do they? Then let us leave the matter to the people to decide. My avant-garde approach versus this mayor's quaint bygone ways. The citizens will decide which outlook will drive the future of the village by holding a mayoral election. Oh, an election? Damn. You're calling for a mayoral election? Sure suits me. I'll win that pretty easy. He's gonna regret saying that. Sophie, I delegate management of the mayoral election to you. What? Come on, Clavia. I don't feel like sticking around here for any longer. It's time we headed back home. There's no time to waste. Oh, you again. I've got a long to-do list in preparation for the mayoral election, and the sooner I get started, the better. The answer should go without saying. But you are, of course... I don't know. I don't agree with the fashion. I might have to go with Reed. There's no room in this shop for a Reed supporter. Sophie, call security. Oh, shoot. That face. Mushrooms are synonymous with the CC brand. Fungal fashion is the CC way. The mushrooms I give them will paint them inside and out with fresh, vibrant CC brand colors. But don't give anyone in Reed's family. There's no need to give them to children, travelers, or any temporary residents like the Sheikah researchers. That leaves us with, unless I miss my guess, a total of 8 Reed supporters. Your mission is simple. Give a simple Hylian mushroom to each one of those 8 misguided voters. She saddled me with so much work when she put me in charge of the mayoral election. Sir, I feel like I should apologize for dragging you into this mess I found myself in. But since we are both involved now, could you give me a little advice? The thing is I need your advice on is my sister. It's about Cece. Lately she's been sneaking off alone in the middle of the night. I don't think it's anything sinister, but the election's soon and I don't want any last minute surprises to hurt our chances. So I'd like you to tail my sister, find out where she's going and what she's up to, and get back to me. I've tried following her myself, but she spotted me right away. I really got an earful about it too. If you succeed in finding out what she's doing, I can reward you, of course. You're the only one I can ask for help. I don't want any of the villagers finding out until I know what's going on. Help me out, please. Where is she going? This way. Building condemned. Do not enter. Alone at last. What's going on here? Perfect. I do believe nobody saw me. I'm free to enjoy another of my late night meals in secret. How I enjoy my nightly vegetables. The shine, the luster, the fragrance. Yes, indeed. Now this is luxury dining. And so, without further ado, let us tuck in. So scrumptious, the crisp, smooth taste is sign they've grown on a diet of pure water. Thanks to the farmer's deft touch and the quality of the soil, I can even eat the skin without misgivings. Honestly, vegetables from anywhere but Hatino Village simply don't count. They're nowhere near as filling. Though I've built a reputation on the flash and glamour here in private, I must admit that one simple, unadorned things are best. There's simply no denying it, alas. But now that I'm full for tonight, it's best that I return home. If I don't return quickly, Sophie may start to suspect something. Well, there it is. Did you learn anything? Sorry about this. I know it's a tall order, asking you to tell my sister, but I'm just so nervous about her. Really? The silo across the way? What? I thought she'd been hiding something big. Is that really all there was to it? I know my sister says a lot about Christmas style and has to do everything in the most ostentatious way possible. But between you and me, her tastes are pretty plain. She loves the slow life here in a Hatino village. She probably told you she came back here because of development or whatever. But the truth is, she just want to eat the vegetables grown right here in her hometown again. At least, I'm pretty sure that's the case either way. I'm so glad she wasn't up to anything scandalous. I want you to have this in exchange for helping me out. 10 iron shrooms. I can't understand why the two of them just don't work together instead of going on such bizarre lengths. Them putting these strange decorations all over the village. Sorry about that. Are you a visitor here or a tourist? You're in Hatino, a village known for living off the land. For as long as anyone can remember, we've tilled the soil and let nature be our guide in life. Now though, everything's getting so gritty as some folks try to drum up more tourism business. Mind you, we were all happy to see Cece return to the village after she'd been away for so long. Some folks, like my daughter Priva, started wearing that flashy CC brand stuff right away in celebration. But it's a tad over to the top for me and my son-in-law Warden. We prefer the simple life, the way we've always lived it. But I don't mean to talk your ear off. By all means, go and have yourself a peaceful stay here. Huh? You say this is from Cece? Thank you kindly. Us old folks don't know much about what's in now, you know? I'm happy to vote for whoever for mayor if they'll fix up the village real nice. You're a traveler, aren't you? I'd like to go traveling myself sometime, but today I've got my hands full tending the field near the school. Good journey to you, traveler, and good harvest to me, I suppose. A gift from Cece, thanks for that. The world of fashion moves too fast for us old folks, but I'm in favor for any mayor who can make sure this village stays a place where the younger folk are happy to live. My hometown is Laurelland Village, a small fishing village along the shore southeast of here. It's been suffering constant pirate attacks. I've heard it's almost entirely destroyed. At least the village is fled without any loss of lives, or so they say. But what good is it if all their homes are all destroyed? I'm afraid that village is finished. That village was his whole life. If it's really gone, I worry that the Shah could finish him. Ah, there is a shrine. Scoop it out. I guess we're gonna have to unstick the ball from it. There we go. Oh wow, that's it. Dance. Well, you're a new face around here. I'm any judge. Welcome to Hatino Pasture. Love to get some sun. Don't my cows look happy to be Out sunbathing. Is this from Cece? Isn't that sweet? These are tasty if you fry them up as a snack. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the gift. But me and my daughter Koi and an old man talk. Don't care much about clothes. What use is fashion in the field, right? Still, I'm glad that that's all you came for. 3 acorns for fresh milk. Let's check out the lab. Back to the lab again. Who do we have here? Hey, what do you want with this old man? Like me. There you go. That's generous of her. What's this? That's a fine looking mushroom you brought me. Seems like lately Cece's mushrooms are popping up everywhere around here. Makes my eyes water a bit to see those flashy colors wherever I turn. My family and all of my friends my age tend to take life slower than she does. Still and all, it'd be rude to turn down a generous gift. Thank you. Need to get inside? Come find me at Lookout Landing. Got a diary here. Read Purra's diary. I grew frustrated with being treated like a child, so I resumed my age booster experimentations in earnest. The anti-aging device reversed more than 100 years in an instant, so I reflected on that result and moderated the output. Then I cautiously exposed myself to its rays and returned to my 20-year-old form. Just as I had hoped, success. I'm so happy that I can once again reach high places without using a jetpack. My 20-year-old self body doesn't suffer from sleepless nights researching, and what's more, my skin is perfect. No complaints. 3 volumes of my diary are hidden away now. I'll place the last one at northeastern edge of Akala. So the other lab. The lab there is perfect for hiding things. It's such a remote location, I'm sure no one will ever come across it. Are you sure about that? Let's try to get all the mushrooms out. Some school stuff. Help wanted. Apply to become a teacher. Want to show children the joy of learning. No experience necessary. Inquire at the school for more information. Prospective applicants are welcome to sit in on a lesson. Simon? He's back? Yes. What is it? Oh, it's you, Link. Haven't seen you in... Link, you're back? My apologies for the outburst. Clearly you're back in town then. But what about Princess Zelda? Princess Zelda is still missing, which is the reason you came here alone. That makes more sense. Princess Zelda built the school, you see? She cared so much about the children. I'm sure this would be one of her first stops if she had returned. Right now, we're covering history, which was very important to Princess Zelda. We're focusing on the Hyrule's history alongside the Calamity. You know, Link, you're welcome to sit in on a lesson if you'd like. First class from morning until noonish. So please stop by the classroom on the 1st floor. Can I ring the bell? He should be home, so if you have questions about the village, I bet he'll answer them. Is this it? Can't remember. Oh, you're the traveler I saw at the Ventist clothing, right? Did you come to check up on me because you were worried? But don't you worry about me. I have a couple of tricks up my sleeve against Cece. I might not be able to pull them off in time, but for mayoral election, so I'm focusing on the second plan, to bring back a taste no one's tried here in years. Way back then, my grandfather worked with someone from that village to create a special kind of food. It was too ahead of its time to catch on, so it never went further than the first trial run. But I never forgot it. Even today, I can still recall the gooey mouthfeel of the one bite my grandfather shared with me. In the back of my mind, I've always wanted to make it a signature staple of this village. If I could accomplish that, then I'd have something that could stand up to Cece. Except I can't remember who in the village my grandfather worked with or what they created. And now that I think of it, it also had a unique pungent scent. If I could just smell that aroma again, it might jog my memory. Have you tried the fresh milk they make up on the farm up the hill? Have a glass is a nice way to unwind before bed. Okay, what's on your mind? Oh, you don't mind me lending me an ear? I won't mince words. It's about my husband Reed. That man of mine. He shuts himself up in our shed every night. I don't have the faintest what he's up to. When I ask, he just says it's a secret, and I can't get another peep out of him. I hate the idea of snooping on him. Plus, I think he'd catch me at it right away. But I get so worried when I think about whether whatever he's doing will affect his chances in the election. I was fit to burst if I couldn't find someone to talk about this. Good thing you came along. I'd like you to enter our shed at midday when my husband isn't around and see if you can figure out what he's doing. Alright, through the well. This has to be it. Reed's diary. Notes towards a new variety of pumpkin. Reed. I firmly believe that Hatino's village's charm is in the delicious vegetables and milk from our farms. But there's no denying that these things aren't resonating with the youth nowadays. And I've got no business being mayor if I can't fix that. So I got together with Knack, the best farmer in these parts, and we came up with a new type of pumpkin. The color, shape, appearance are based on CC's brand aesthetic, which is popular with the young folk. We've hit a snag though. It might be a bit before we can achieve our goal of shipping the pumpkins out. You say he's still developing a new type of pumpkin? So that's why he's been consulting with Knack so often. He could have just asked CC about it directly, but I know he's too hardworking and stubborn for that. It's a relief to find out the truth. A lot of things make sense now. Like why he went to the Ventus clothing, it's so obvious in hindsight. I'm sorry, that's between me and my husband. Thank you for looking into this for me. I promised you a reward and I keep my promises. Is that my house? Huh. Wait. Zelda's in Link's house? What? Did he sell off his house? Zelda's journal. First page. After the calamity, I asked myself how to rebuild and set across Hyrule in search of an answer. I saw collapsed buildings, lost cities. The damage was far worse than I had imagined. But as I watched the people and heard their stories, I was convinced all was not lost. The people's spirits were not broken. They and their strong wills are Hyrule's greatest treasure. They are the ones who will rebuild, and my contribution to their efforts will be to protect them while they do so. As part of Hyrule's reconstruction, we've built a school in Hatino Village. It's the largest Hylian village, with its sprawling, bountiful land. There are so many children living here that it seemed the ideal place to found a school. I recruited Simon from the Research Institute to teach there. He was Pearl's assistant for years, which makes him well equipped to deal with the needs of quirky children. I'll be overseeing the school for a while myself to keep an eye on the students. I commissioned Bolson, who taught his trade to Hudson Construction to construct the school for us. He seemed deeply moved by the request. This will be his final job in Hatino Village before he sets off on our journey. I had him add a secret room to my house, one that won't appear on the plans. But it's dim, but humidity and temperature controlled, so it's very comfortable. It's proven very useful when I'm working alone and need to concentrate. Work on the school has been moving along smoothly, but major problem recently reared its head. We don't have enough teachers. Simon is interviewing people, but he hasn't found a good fit yet. I'd like to hire someone intelligent, educated, and capable of earning the children's trust. Nurturing our children is the extension of our duty to this land. We shape our future by the way we shape their path. I hope to see sterling members of our community come to this village and take up that mantle as their teacher. Oh wow, is that her horse? Oh yeah, that's the recipe. Meat, Hylian rice, and rock salt. Zelda's secret well. I need to check this out. Oh wow. Zelda's diary. Though the calamity is over, its scars remain. A mountain of problems stand before us even as we begin to rebuild. No matter where I go to offer aid, Link remains at my side, a kindness that has taken a visible toll on his clothing. That's why I've put an order for a new and improved champion's tunic, just for him. Oh, yeah, that's nice. I just can't wait to see the look on his face when I surprise him with it. I'll hide it in the throne room, so he won't find it until after our investigation. Throne room. Even he would never expect that. The torches are the key. Well-worn hairbands. Wait, is that my hairband? An old, worn, simple hairband. Its color has long faded, but it still has some life left in it. Wearing it in your hair makes you sentimental about times past. Ah, yeah, this is the one from Breath of the Wild, isn't it? Yep. Hey there, brother. If you don't know me, I'm a worker at the inn. Whoever's at the counter right now can help you out if you need something. I'm keeping my distance until the fad dies down. And I'm not the only one. Koyan from the farm on the hillside had said the same thing. How did you fish it out for me? Thanks. There should be a letter inside this bottle. Cheese fermentation. Can't name too early. I'll be right over there, by the way. Come by a bit later so I can thank you for the help. Oh good, you showed up. Take a look at this. I call it Hatino cheese. The message my great-grandpa left behind had the recipe. It's springy on the outside but melty on the inside, and so delicious. You'll think you're dreaming. But back to the reason I called you here. It's, well, you know, I couldn't have made this without you, so I wanted you to be the first to have some. Hatino Cheese Shop. Am I smelling things, or do I detect a certain unique pungent aroma? I have some cheese. This is it. This is just what I've been looking for. My grandfather developed it with a yellow fellow villager. Hatino cheese. It's a clear sign that we ought to make Hatino cheese a new village staple. That ought to swing the election for me. Let me pay you for that cheese, okay? 100. I lost the Hatino village general store and some traveling merchants to add it to their wares too. Shouldn't take much more than to tip the election my way. You should come out to watch it happen. Right. Here we go. Bring on the election. Oh, have you handed them out already? Oh, we've delivered all my little gifts. I see. Well done. That ought to help a few of those Reed voters see the light. Here you are, a sign of my gratitude. Big hearty truffle. It's a rare mushroom worth more than most can afford. As you're on Team CC, I expect you to eat it and fire yourself up for the mayoral election coming up. I believe I remember Sophie saying not long ago that the preparations for mayoral election were complete. So your timing is excellent. Speak to Sophie about the next steps. Everything's ready. It's time to get the election for village mayor started. Nice day for an election, don't you think? Everyone's gathering in the plaza. Without further ado, let's have each of our candidates for mayor say a few words. Hi, I'm Reed. I believe that the heart of our village is at its pastoral culture. We built a close-knit, self-sufficient lifestyle here in Hatino, and I don't want to see us lose that. My plan is to strengthen our community with new local specialties, starting with our brand new Hatino cheese. I'm the world-renowned CC Hyro's premier fashion designer, but you knew that, of course. Together we can turn this backwater village into Hyro's go-to destination for all things stylish. Backwater village. Those are some harsh words. Vegetables don't make the world go round. It's glamour that rakes in the cash. And nobody knows glamour like me, darlings. Fashion comes and goes. Your style is trendy now, but it'll be over soon. And then where will we be? Nonsense. It's trends that shape the world, not the other way around. That's enough. Sophie. Both of you are just arguing for more of what you like, not what's best for Hatino. You can't fool me, Cece. You've loved simple, plain things forever, including the vegetables of Hatino village. I know for a fact that you hide in the silo at night to snack on vegetables. And you read your secrets out too. I know why you've been secretly studying Cece's designs in the shed. You think there's something there you can use to get the youth to care about vegetable farming? Now, who went and told you that? Can't deny any of it. It should have made me happy that you came in and livened up the village. No, Reed, it is I who should be ashamed of. My childish pride would not allow me to admit the truth. The trends and styles I made my name on are built on the foundation of traditional culture that our forebears worked for. Please forgive me, everyone. I'm sorry too. Sophie, I hereby withdraw my candidacy. Cece, wait. I'd be a fool to pretend you're not the reason our village is flourishing. I don't want to deny you your due. Did I hear you say you're working on new vegetables to attract the youth of today? That sounds like a CC worthy endeavor. There's nothing wrong with asking if you can help, you know. People of Hatino, we've come to a decision. The best way to keep Hatino Village vibrant is to work together to combine traditional culture with new ideas. Boy. Come to the Ventus Clothing when you have a moment. Okay. I knew, of course, that you've been in cahoots with Sophie, but I never dreamed you'd also be conspiring with Clavia. Still in all, we can all call that an election a success. Do you remember what we discussed when you first came here? The CC hat is the latest masterpiece. Oh no, I don't want to wear it. They're forcing me, aren't they? The avant-garde masterpiece design by CC, guaranteed to make the fashionistas' heads turn. Whoa. As for myself, I've had long think about where to take my brand from here. To begin with, I'll study my collection of unique goods designed by our forebears. See me if you happen to part ways with precious apparel that's too rare to be purchased. Oh wow, what is this? This looks so good. Royal Guard uniform. The dignified uniform for Hyrule's Royal Guard. It's made of lightweight materials and is both stylish and practical, recently reproduced and made available. That looks so good. I want it. So next time around, we're gonna, I guess, go to Terrytown, and then eventually Zora's gonna